Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. Doug Page along with you here as we come to the first episode of Clover Chronicles, joined by Louis DeCarolis, Caleb Sharp, and Tyler Loveland as we're going to go through a 2022 recap of the Clayton Clovers championship season, also do a 2023 preview as a new league is ahead of the Clovers this upcoming summer in Clayton. Start off first with you, Lou, and kind of a recap and your thoughts on how the inaugural season went, 28-12 record, 19-7 mark in the CCL, and capped it all off with a league championship.
Yeah, I mean, it was awesome. Like exactly like you drew it up. When we planned this whole thing out, me and Caleb kind of laid the blueprint out. How we had an awesome staff. I'll tell anybody, the on the field part was the easiest. Like go get you a Landry Moore, go get you a Chris Power. The atmosphere was off the roof. Those guys played for each other. That part was taken care of. But the off the field stuff, just the way the community received us was incredible. I just can't say enough, about the team that was put together last year. We had an awesome staff do some recruiting, do an awesome staff managing the team. So, all in all, on the field, really kind of took care of business exactly like we had planned to. So it was just incredible.
And Caleb, obviously, from your perspective, obviously handling all the stuff off the field as well. Just kind of go through your perspective on how things went and kind of your trip into being a part of the Clovers and how the season went along.
Yeah, like Lou said, when we had this idea, we had this picture of how we wanted it to go, and I think, for year one, there were some things we definitely, need to improve on as an organization. But overall, I think we did a really great job. Our staff, like you mentioned, did a really great job. And then the first thing we did when we kind of got this thing off the ground and decided we wanted to do it was to go to the town, and the town was awesome to work with throughout this whole process. And they really bought in and helped us in any way they can. And then the community was just awesome. We had sponsors buying in, we had community members, families, people of that nature. So it was just awesome to see it all come together and culminate in the last summer. And just excited to keep building on what we had positive last year.
And then, Tyler, from a marketing standpoint and from a media standpoint, seeing the fans from that opening night, kind of was like from your perspective, just being able to be throughout the crowd and out in the field of the players and getting and capturing those moments throughout the season, culminating in a championship.
Man, it was a lot of fun. Like you said, coming in to do the media kind of on the field, a lot of times I was in the dugout just trying to get pictures, video, nothing super crazy, but just letting the fans know and letting everybody be able to feel kind of what I was feeling as the man inside of the dugout. And I will tell you, last season, the feeling that came around, early in the season, it's a lot of fun. You're a new team, it's a new thing, it's new to Clayton, and it's a new everything. And so once you kind of get out of that phase, it's like, okay, now it's time to play ball. And during that mid-season or so, we could tell that these guys are ready to play ball, and you could tell that it felt a little bit more than just a summer baseball college team in Clayton. Like these guys knew what they were doing. They knew it was a new, completely fresh, new way to have the team, and they really ramped up. And to feel that in the dugout, to feel it as you get toward later in the season, and to feel it kind of come up and up and end in a championship is the perfect way. I mean, who doesn't want to end any season in a championship? To end the inaugural season in a championship, that says it all. And like these guys have already harped on, that's not due to me. That's at all. I take pictures and I talk with the fans and stuff. That's due to the staff. That's due to the players. That's due to Coach Power and Coach Landry and the guys that play ball, as well as the guys that are feeling up the water bottles and doing the announcers and stuff, and all the people behind the scenes that you don't really get to see. They all come together in a beautiful way to make it so much fun for everybody, man. It's a lot of fun, and it's just a great thing to bring to the town of Clayton, man.
Yeah, I mean, all I do, from the view from behind home plate, it was definitely something early on a team. You could tell had something special. That's always the one thing about college summer ball. You kind of never know how a nucleus of a team is going to hold together as the summer goes along. I mean, it's a grueling schedule playing, 40, 50 games in a 55, 60, day stretch. And obviously guys have inning limits and position players have gone through their college seasons and So you never know what type of performance you're going to get from a player, but also what type of commitment you're going to get from it. I think that was something that, that Lou and Caleb, you guys did a very good job of. There was a lot of commitment from the guys that wore the Clovers uniform, this past summer. And I think that can speak volumes, moving forward about what Clayton can expect and, what you guys are going to be able to bring in terms of talent, not only local players, but also mixing in some guys that aren't necessarily local, but, play at local institutions. And it was definitely something special to be a part of. Being able to go on the road to some of those environments, some of those games, being able to go to some close teams, make some trips. It was definitely a cool experience and getting to know the guys throughout the summer. That kind of segues us into the next part. Obviously, with 2023 ahead of us, another new piece, a new league, some new teams, some new faces for this upcoming year. So, Lou, you just want to kind of preview what's ahead for the Clayton Clovers here for 2023 and what the new adventure entails.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy it's here, for us, it's like we're talking about all this cool stuff about winning the championship and getting this thing off the ground and just really killing it from all aspects of our success last year. And it's turn the page, man. We got to refocus. We got a lot going into 2023. So team's pretty much there. We got, pitchers, got, few minor pieces. Arms are a little bit special. So, coaches need to take care of their pitchers. So, summer ball placement for arms are a little bit later of a thing. So we're right where we need to be with the roster. As you guys saw in the schedule release, that's all hooked up. So, 2023 for me is it's about running it back, new league, but I got to get another one of these things up here. So, that's where it's at. So we're trying to do it again in all ways. On the field, we're looking to repeat. The same way that we received in the community. But just in general, it's here. So, yeah.
And so, Caleb, kind of Lou touched on a little bit. If you just want to elaborate on more, you talked about the community and Clayton being a big aspect of the Clovers, and kind of just talk about how you guys want to continue that and work on those relationships moving in to 2023, and what the fans and what the sponsors can expect from the Clovers.
Yeah, we had a great sponsorship turnout last year, but then I think we also missed on some opportunities just because it's tough for people to get a buy-in when you're kind of selling a dream, and that's exactly what we were doing. We were just kind of selling a dream. We didn't have any track record, anything to say like, hey, this is what we've been doing. This is where we've been successful in marketing and stuff like that. So sponsors, we ran into some skepticism, understandable skepticism, and you can't fault anybody from that standpoint. But I think we showed in year one that this is something that we can create to be very sustainable. We're putting together a great business model. Like I said earlier, always improving in areas and just continuing to do great things to get our brand out there like we've been doing so far. And I think the Old North State League offers us, just a tremendous opportunity to do that. They have great partnerships with outside companies. They have a great footprint here in our state in terms of collegiate summer ball. They offer a premier level of competition, and me being a sports guy, all of us, but here being a sports guy, the level of competition is where you're kind of going to see all those sponsors want to get involved, just because sponsors, community, they're going to want to see good games at a high level of baseball, and they're not going to so much care about the business. So you do the great things on the field, and the business side of it will follow. Is the way we've kind of looked at it, and we laid that great foundation last year, and just trying to move forward while building up from that.
And Tyler, Caleb kind of talked a little bit about from the marketing aspect, and obviously the social media aspect of what the brand of the Old North State League brings, what they were able to do last year in terms of a media standpoint. Kind of from your perspective, how do you feel, kind of promoting the team, using those videos and the graphics and the pictures, kind of how you were able to promote the team last summer? How do you kind of think that will work into this season, but also having that Old North State League brand and that recognition to be able to kind of use on social media as a platform for Clovers?
It's all good. I see all good things, man. which is really nice. The Old North State, being that they're a little bit more put into their ways and a little bit older as far as the league goes, that they have a little bit more understanding. That's not to say anything against the Carolina Collegiate League. They were a first-year league, just like we're a first-year team. We are all learning as we go. And to be able to have a little bit of that prior knowledge of what goes on and how is really great as far as social media marketing goes. I just try to be the person that is able to give the people what I'm doing as being just an able body in the dugout or behind home plate or on the field, really quickly taking a picture. That's really what I want to bring to the fans, is the folks that may not be able to come to the games, may not be, because we do have kids that are from Utah, from Salt Lake City, from Louisiana, from all these places, and to give everybody the same experience that I'm able to give of sitting in the dugout, hearing what the guys are talking about, feeling the same feeling, and being as though, they've treated me as I'm part of the team since day one, and I want that feeling to come through social media. So to have the backing of extra support of the Old North State is going to be critical and going to be great to lean on and weigh in on some of the things that we're doing on social media that we could even do a little bit better, that we can improve on, because that's all what we're here to do. So it's incredible, and we're all very excited.
I think that's probably a good point to leave off here in this first episode of Clover Chronicles. A lot of good information for everybody paying attention and getting ready for Clover's baseball here in this upcoming summer of 2023. We'll have much more, and obviously a lot more about the Old North State League, what's going on with the Clovers, what you can expect this season at the ballpark. And so that'll do it for our first episode of the Clover Chronicles. We hope that you will turn in for plenty more episodes to come. Thank you for Louis DeCarolis, Caleb Sharp, Tyler Loveland for joining myself, Doug Page, and you've been watching the Clover Chronicles.